Hi and happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everyone. In this video, we have got something that's actually been asked a lot in the live streams. And every time somebody asks the question, I come up with two answers, but I know there's a bunch more on the list.
Yes.
And so today, we are doing
our top 10 bucket list fish.
So we've each picked out 5 that we want. Some are relatively rare, some are kind of common. Some of you are going to be like, well, why don't you just go out and buy them then? And that probably will happen at some point. But we wanted to share a list with you, some big, some small, some cheap, some not so much. Number 1, I'll let you go first.
Oh wait, but first, put your comment down below what your bucket list fish are and if you agree with any of if any of our bucket list fish are also your bucket list fish.
Maybe like a side bucket, 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Now can we talk
Yes.
about the fish? All right, go ahead.
Me first?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm going to start it off really big with a really fun sounding fish and a really fun fish. The AnaBlep.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
The 4-eyed fish that we saw at Cleveland.
It was
the
a Cleveland Aquarium,
Aquarium.
yeah.
It was love at first sight. They looked like some sort of, what was that cartoon? Was it not the Muppets?
The Puppets?
No, it's the
Fraggle
Muppets, Fraggle Rock. One of them, they were the little bleep, 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 bleep. They would talk like bleep, bleep. But anyways, that's what they reminded me of. And that's when I said, at some type, I want a tank that looks like that. That would be really sweet.
Yeah.
And I want some AnaBlep, some 4-eyed fish of my very own.
Someday. My, I guess would be number 2, but my first one is the Albino Hecalide. I love that fish. And it's starting to become a little bit more common, which is cool. And at some point, I'm gonna have a tank full of them.
Ooh, that's gonna be sweet. Because a nice like dark scape, that would really contrast. All right, that's fun. All right, my turn?
Yes.
A lot of you who know me, you will know this already, what I want. I want a big, ginormous school of green neons.
I thought that was actually gonna be your number 1.
Really? No, I wanted to start off with something funny sounding, where they're
Okay.
like, what? A what?
And now you're gonna go from something funny sounding to something incredibly common.
Yes, that's fine, but I've never had them of my very own, and I want a big school, which encourages me to get a larger tank, so that should be something that you would encourage.
I do encourage that. All right, number 4, which is my number 2, is, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The purple spot goby. I've mentioned these a few times. It's a fish that I actually had a very, very long time ago, probably 25 years ago. Haven't had them since. I've only seen them twice, like actually in person since I've had it. Love this fish. When I had it, it was in a 35-gallon hex. It was about 6 or 7 inches long, had a big mouth and tiny eyes and a lot of cool and purpley red color. And it was just awesome. So that is definitely something I'm going to keep my eyes out this year.
Yeah, that sounds really amazing.
It's cool.
Okay, for my next pick, I actually switched it. Okay. It's a Pleco. I actually think the Plecos are adorable. They're cuter when they're smaller, but they're just adorable. This one I have in a stuffed animal that rides around on the suction to the inside of my window, but I would like a real one. The zebra Pleco.
The zebra plecos are really cool and they're not super uncommon.
No.
Just a little bit of expense, right?
Yeah.
So a little bit expensive, but definitely a really cool pleco.
Yeah, real showstopper in a tank. Wow.
All right, my third pick is, again, something that is, you can find this, and I've had them before, and that is the Species 44. It is a Lake Victorian cichlid. I love these fish. The males have such amazing color. We have some really old footage of this fish, but it's definitely something where if I come across them again, I think I'm going to breed them and add them to a 40-gallon breeder. It's going to be a great fish.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, my next pick, the Norman's Lampi killifish. Beautiful. I love killifish. I had them once, and at some point I think I'd like a collection of them because they're adorable. Now the Norman's Lampi is very pretty. It's like a pale yellow with, of course, the bright blue eyes that give it its name. And I think they also kind of go towards the bottom, and they really like a highly planted tank, which is a win-win right there.
It'll be a win-win. My next fish is a little different than the ones I've mentioned so far. It might surprise some people. It's a small fish under 2 inches, and that is the Peruvian red pencilfish type 2. I first saw these when we went up to Aquatics Unlimited. This was like maybe 2 years ago, and not a lot of people had them. I asked them at that time, I'm like, will you sell these? And they had them in a big display tank. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. And even now, they're finally starting to get out there a little bit, but they're still pretty expensive for such a tiny little fish. But at some point, I think I'd like to put some of those in a tank. We'll have to see. But really, really pretty little fish.
It's a cool name, but now I got a number 2 pencil stuck in my head.
They're a number 2 pencil fish. They're yellow with a little bit of lead at the front. Just chuck some pencils in the tank, it'll be fine. Is this what you wanted? No.
No, not at all.
All right.
And aren't they red?
They are red.
Oh, okay.
Thus, Peruvian red pencil fish.
Yeah, I got it. Number 2.
Number 2. Type 2, actually.
I got it. I just wanted to make you say that. Okay, my next pick is also a Killi fish. And I had them once a while back, and I need more of them because they made me so happy and they're adorable. The clown Killi fish, which they like to stay up towards the top. They're also known as the rocket Killi fish for obvious reasons because they like to rocket out of your tank, which I think one of them might have done that on me. Yeah. But also a really, really fun little fish, adorable with little stripes. Bright little eyes, adorable. Yes, I will want them again. Yay.
My last one is very much opposite of the fish you just picked and the last one I had.
Oh boy.
And that is a fish I highlighted a while back in a GCCA bowl show. It is Mascaras Argentina or Vieja Argentina.
Oh yeah.
And it just looks like a floating jewel. When you see them in real life, a lot of the pictures don't do them justice, but when you get them under the right light, and you see them in real life, it really is a magnificent fish. And someday, I think we will set up a tank just for them. Mm-hmm. So those were 10 bucket list fish that we have on our list, hopefully, that we'll be able to accomplish in the next year or 2.
Yes, that would be fun.
Again, would love to hear from you in the comments section below. What are your fish, your must-have fish? Let us know.
Have a good week. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.